Most players believe finishing is about shooting harder, shooting more, or copying what they see in highlights. That belief is exactly why they keep missing. At the highest level of football, finishing is not about power. It is about control, perception, and decision-making under pressure. The best finishers do not hit the ball better than everyone else. They read situations faster and choose the correct solution more often. So, if you want to actually improve your finishing, you must stop training shots and start training outcomes. But what does finishing really is at elite level? Finishing is the final action of a long process. By the time the ball reaches the striker, the outcome is already influenced by movement, body orientation, scanning, and emotional control. Before talking about technique, balance must be addressed. Poor balance is the root cause of poor finishing. If your body weight is moving uncontrollably, accuracy disappears. At elite level, players do not arrive to shoot and then adjust their body. They arrive already prepared. This preparation begins seconds before the ball reaches them. The most important factor is alignment. Elite finishers align their hips, shoulders, and supporting foot toward the intended target early. This alignment stabilizes the body and allows the striking foot to move freely. When alignment is late or rushed, the body compensates by swinging harder, which reduces accuracy and increases inconsistency. Elite finishers like Lewandowski, Benzema, Haaland, and Kane rarely rush their shots because they arrive balanced and prepared. The brain decides before the foot strikes. When players panic, it is not because they lack technique, but because they did not process information early enough. This is why top finishers often appear calm in front of goal. They take touches that set up the shot rather than reacting to the ball. This is why first touch is directly linked to finishing quality. Training finishing without balance is wasted repetition. Every shooting drill must include movement before the shot. Standing still in shooting does not replicate match conditions and does not build transferable skill. Technique. At the elite level, finishing technique is built around repeatability, not aesthetics. The best finishers rely on a small set of techniques they can execute under pressure, fatigue, and imbalance. They do not aim for perfect contact, they aim for reliable outcomes. The inside of the foot is preferred because it offers the highest margin for error while maintaining accuracy. Laces are used only when the situation allows time and body control. Outside foot finishes are not chosen for flair, but to disguise intention and manipulate the goalkeeper's reaction. Every technique serves a tactical purpose. World-class players also adjust technique based on defensive pressure. When a defender is close, they shorten the swing and prioritize speed of execution. When space is available, they allow a fuller motion for placement or power. This adaptability is what separates elite finishers from technically sound but inconsistent ones. Another key detail is shot height selection. Elite players rarely aim high unless necessary. Low shots increase scoring probability because they reduce goalkeeper reaction time and rebound unpredictably. This decision is technical but rooted in game understanding, not shooting mechanics. Most missed chances occur when players abandon simplicity in search of perfection. They try to strike too cleanly, too hard, or too precisely. Elite finishing is not about the best possible shot. It is about the most appropriate one. Now, let's talk about finishing drills that actually work. Effective finishing drills do not isolate shooting from the rest of the game. They connect perception, movement, decision-making, and execution into a single action. At elite level, finishing is trained as a response to a situation, not as a standalone strike. One of the most valuable drills is finishing after a directional first touch. In this drill, the player receives the ball from different angles, straight, diagonal, or from behind, and must take the first touch into space before finishing. The focus is not on shooting quickly, but on using the first touch to improve body alignment and shooting angle. Players should be mindful of where their first touch takes them. A touch that moves the ball away from pressure creates time. A touch that moves toward pressure forces rushed execution. This drill teaches players that finishing quality often depends on the touch before the shot, not the shot itself. Another highly effective drill is scan and finish training. Here, the player starts with their back to goal or facing away, receives a pass, and must quickly scan a visual cue, such as a coach holding up a number, a colored cone, or a flashing screen, before finishing into the corresponding target. This drill trains late decision-making, which is critical in matches. The key coaching point is that scanning must happen before the ball arrives, not after. Players who wait to look until they receive the ball will always be late. This drill improves awareness, reduces panic, and directly transfers to real match scenarios where goalkeepers and defenders constantly change positions. One-touch finishing drills are essential, but only when designed correctly. The ball should arrive at varying speeds, heights, and angles. Perfect passes create unrealistic confidence and poor adaptability. Players should focus on adjusting their body shape early and using minimal backlift to strike. Things to be mindful of include shot selection and timing. One-touch finishing does not mean shooting blindly. Elite players still choose placement over power when time is limited. Another often neglected area is finishing from rebounds and second balls. Many goals are scored after blocked shots, deflections, or goalkeeper saves. Training should include sequences where the first shot is intentionally saved or blocked, forcing an immediate second action. The objective is to improve reaction speed and emotional control. Players must stay balanced and composed rather than lunging at loose balls. Elite finishers anticipate rebounds instead of reacting late to them. Fatigue-based finishing drills also play an important role. Shooting after sprints, changes of direction, or physical contact simulates match conditions late in games. However, players must be careful here. The goal is to maintain decision quality under fatigue, not to reinforce poor mechanics. When technique collapses completely, rest is required. Quality always takes priority over quantity. Across all finishing drills, one principle remains constant. Repetition without intention is wasted. Players should know what they are training in each drill: body positioning, shot selection, composure, or speed of execution. The most effective finishing sessions are not the ones where the most goals are scored. They are the ones where players are forced to adapt, fail intelligently, and improve their decision-making under pressure. That is how finishing improves in training and why it shows up in matches. Another underrated aspect of finishing which is not talked about enough is the psychology of finishing. Finishing is heavily influenced by emotional control. Players who rush chances often fear missing rather than focus on execution. This fear creates tension, which reduces accuracy. Elite finishers accept misses as part of the process. They reset immediately and focus on the next action. This mindset must be trained deliberately. One effective method is constraint-based finishing. Limiting time or touches forces instinctive execution and reduces overthinking. Over time, this builds confidence in decision-making. Now, even if you do everything correctly, and it all can still be a waste if you are not applying it in matches. Training only matters if it transfers to matches. Players must actively look to apply what they train. This means taking responsibility, demanding the ball, and accepting mistakes. Elite finishers do not wait for perfect chances. They create chances through movement and confidence. The more often you attempt quality finishes, the more your decision-making improves. The truth about finishing is uncomfortable. You do not become a better finisher by scoring and training. You become a better finisher by missing correctly, learning faster, and choosing better solutions next time. Goals are the result. Decisions are the skill. If you want to improve your finishing, stop chasing power, stop copying highlights, and start training the moments that happen before the shot. Because in football, the goal is finished long before the ball hits the net. That's all for this video. Subscribe if you found the video helpful and comment on what topic you need the next video on. This is Football Bloom, signing out.